So, hello everyone. In this video, we will be making some improvements to my page. And namely, I started preparing. I've asked basically Opendora to create a goal, and we'll see how it goes, to basically add a few pages through products to Opendora's website. Hopefully it will kind of get some traction. If not, I still will use it for my basically projects anyway. So what I'm adding is some gradient and palettes. It should be very easy to basically produce that with the AI, and then I started working on some components. You can see it over here. Actually, I can that will be something I will add later, but I can show you the component quickly before we start working on it, so you know basically the purpose. But yeah, so basically two products, color vibes. It's going to be gradients, palettes, and so on, with a nice gradient picker and some preset gradients. Plenty of websites like that, but you know, why not create my own? And then I'm going to have UI vibes, which is going to be focused on Shadcn components. So basically, I decided that any component that is not available within Shadcn and I want to adjust for building basically project flows or Opendora, then I want to be able to basically capture it in there and have it in there as well. So both, I believe, for now at least, will be free to use and open source. I will probably most likely include the repo for all of it. Maybe not straight away, but I imagine, yeah, I most likely will. So yeah, so this is it. Right, let me npm run the product that I'm talking about, or the component that I'm talking about, and I can explain you a little bit about the reasoning, and you can see some kind of vague implementation and continuation of the implementation in here. So basically you can see actually duplicate in here. This is the old implementation, which it's been implemented, and then for whatever reason I ask AI to fix this and it just added another line, but the proper implementation will be something like that. Basically this will allow me, it's kind of like a Git, because the inspiration comes from literally how, you know, we represent Git graph in here, so basically all the merges. But I thought, as we using that for messages, so you could like agent, use a different color agent, and again it's a little bit similar to how Claude Code is representing here, and then, you know, in the conversation it will look something like this. So I have everything on one side and basically a continuous line of agents, users, and so on. Now, when Opendora, as you are aware, Opendora does have workflows. So let's look at the loop workflow and see how it looks. So this is maybe not a good representation. AI news implementation pipeline. Yes. So although this is not probably the best way to show you that, but we've got branches here and then, or branches or edges here. And then to represent it better in my session, because every workflow creates a session, I want to be able to represent it like this, so that, you know, it's neatly represented on the side in the conversation as well. So I can see the workflow execution within the session. Probably there's some work needed to make it, look neater and basically implement it correctly in the in Opendora, or project flows as it will be called. But yeah, that's the idea. So the products that I'm going to hold is like a gradient. First of all, let's go back to find. So yeah, so the products that I will add into OpenVibe page is basically, we need products in there, and two different products. One is gradient, so we can select the gradient, and second is going to be the components that I'm creating now. So I'm trying to create them in the basically format of ShadCN, follow ShadCN kind of format, and hopefully I will integrate it, and you'll be able to import them using the CLI, ShadCN CLI. So yeah, so this is what we want to achieve. So what I'm going to do now, as I've got basically placeholder for pages, I am going to basically select all that. And I will, what are we doing here? We are in Opendora, so we can minimize Opendora. We do not need the mini graph anymore, so I'm going to clear this and close it. And now we've got OpenVibe, and we are going to create new, paste it in, make it into plan, and plan this in. So we've got components, many components in here. We've got the app, and in the app we should have global CSS. Chart and everything else, dark theme. All right. Right, so I am going to close some things down. I just realized that most likely when I showed you the Okay, so we've got plan created. I am just gonna go and accept it. Switch it to auto accept and see what's going to happen. In the meantime, I will basically have a look at how else we can improve basically the website. And components on the website. Right, on the sidelines, I'm thinking, shall I develop a theme page? Oh, it's bubbling along. What is it doing? What is it doing? Up, sitemap. Nice. I think it's storming through it. So I think it should be fairly quick. I am actually accessing the standard website. I should be creating dev branch as this is live website and it's connected to Vercel. So if I don't want to push it straight away and merge it into main, the push to main will basically refresh the website. So I don't really want to do that. I want to make sure we developing and making changes. Once the changes are done, we can just remove, well, push it to main, and that will update our website. Okay. So are we done? Let's have a look. npm run dev. Nope, just dev. Let's have a look what we got ourselves into. So we've got products, color vibes, beautiful chassis and components. And okay, color gradients. All right. This is not exactly what I kind of had in mind. Well, it's keeping the same kind of thing. Fine. UI vibes. So we've got UI vibes and then we've got themes. Okay, so we definitely want to make it a little bit different. I don't even know how different yet, but a little bit different. And I'm kind of thinking maybe Opendora is the place to help us. So these pages are basically implemented, but the way they were implemented is not exactly what I had in mind. I kind of almost want like a be on the same domain but separate page. Whereas, so when I click from the product to open open vibe, so open no color vibes or UI vibes, that should be like separate pages with distinct headers for each, and quite possibly some different colors. We keep the logo though, so we keep the logo. But I want to improve the design in general. I think the design is quite poor, so I would like you to review that with or request product owner to basically, or a product engineer to review that with Impeccable and with Shadcn skills. So yeah, just improve what I just asked you to improve and do the review. So this is basically our requirement slash goal to basically do these things. Right, I definitely need to fix my side panel, and actually bomb, let's fix our side panels. Right, currently the chat conversation component has two lines. Representing agent user messages. Remove the outer line, keep the inner. So what are we doing here? Well, we created a goal. Right. Let's do that and see if product engineer actually using most likely lower model, because we handing it over to product engineer that is using Big Pickle. We'll see how is this going to still delegating. Let's go back into Pandora. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, sorry, hand it off. And we can see product engineer is implementing using cheaper model. Okay. And it looks like on the other hand, Opendora is back to just showing single line, which is a lot nicer. Okay. Okay, just fix the thinking. Just fix the thinking as the initial state is not aligned with the lines. Boop. Right. Right, so we have shard cn UI components. Right, let's have a look at shard-cn components. I am looking actually at shard-cn components to basically chart. We don't want to chart. Right, this is quite annoying. Why does it need to go all the way there? Right. Okay. So you got docs. Okay. Let's look at the shard-cn in here, and this looks different, isn't it? Let's look at Versal's website. Never mind, I'll come back to this later. And let's see how we're progressing in OpenDora. Okay, products. Oh, this looks much better. UI vibes. Okay, we've got all products, and then let's go here. Woo! That actually looks really good. Really good. So let's have a look. So yeah, that's, well, basically, I'm surprised how well actually it did. It's freaking amazing, man. I mean, yeah, it needs some work, but. And we've got palettes, right. So we've got palettes, we've got all products. Yeah, I can, I mean, this one is not ready. Browser components, do we have any components? We do not have any components. It's a placeholder, launching soon. Yes, I'm kind of happy with what it is at the moment. So themes, right. Well, it's not perfect, but you know, it is something. I take it. I take it all day. Right. So in that case, I think, and I'm actually really happy with the result. I mean, it needs some work, but with two shots, one, basically, um, we have basically first shot created, used OpenDora or Project Flows, whichever way you want to name it, to basically create the first kind of draft or plan. Then we used basically Claude Code to put in the structure, which it was okay. And then we refined the prompt, but then we used OpenDora itself and its agents to basically deliver in, using Big Pickle, which I think it's DeepSeek. I think so. It's open code DeepSeek to basically deliver what we did, and it's it is what it is, but I like it. I like it. It needs some work in a lot of places. I'm not going to be too excited and you know and see it for what it is. But I'm quite happy with it. Cool. I'm going to wrap it up, stop the video. If anyone watched it, Thank you for watching, and